Hello, West Texas. Welcome to Vital Signs Podcast Staff Edition. I'm here with Nikki Starkey from Social Work. She's going to tell us a little bit about all of the different programs that they have to offer, and so I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Nikki Starkey. I'm the Chief of Social Work Services. I've been with the West Texas VA since 2012. I started out as a social worker in the domiciliary and then moved over to Social Work Services in HUD-VASH, where I became the HUD-VASH program manager and then acting chief of social work service. And now I have the great opportunity to be the chief here at the West Texas VA.
Awesome. That's a good feeling, right?
It is. It is a great professional feeling, yes.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So if anybody hasn't seen already, we've just released our Memorial Day edition of Vital Signs magazine. A lot of great stuff in here. We could spend, maybe 5 minutes talking about all the great stuff that's in here. But today, we're going to focus more on, we've got a nice spread of information about social work. If you get a chance, it's near the end of the magazine. It kind of details everything about the different programs that we offer here at the VA. And I kind of want to ask you, like in terms of just general, as a staff member, we all have our job. We're focused on what we're doing. We might not know a lot about the world of social work. Can you tell me a little bit about it and why it might be relevant to a staff member?
Sure. Social work plays a very unique role in the medical field, period. So we do not necessarily provide the medical support, medical information, the medical support that the doctors and the nurses do. What we actually provide is the social supports and the wraparound services that our physicians and our nurses, our therapists, as far as rec and occupational and those types of professionals are not able to provide. So what we do for our veteran population and our staff population is that we help to answer the questions, obtain the resources, and provide the support to get our veterans navigated throughout the West Texas VA system.
Mm-hmm. So if I'm a clinician, I've got a veteran that I'm treating medically.
Sure.
And they're telling me about their problems. What kind of social work related problems might come up that a clinician might want to keep social work in mind about?
Sure. So from a clinical standpoint and the clinical terminology, we help with the biopsychosocial services that a veteran would need. And to boil that down, what that means is that we can do everything from providing basic resources and referrals for financial, community, advanced directives, all the way to the intensive evidence-based therapy services. What a lot of our clinical providers may not know is that clinical social workers and social workers have an opportunity as a licensed independent provider, a licensed individual provider through our professional licensure. What we're able to do is provide some of that mental health support, and we do that through evidence-based therapy. We also do that through various didactics and certifications and trainings. And so we don't just provide a community resource for transportation or financial assistance when a veteran can't get back home. We actually can do a wide range of things, and sometimes we're underutilized in the services that we can help our clinicians, our nurses, and our providers do.
Mm-hmm. I think as an employee here at the facility, we all have a role to play in terms of like helping veterans that we see in the hallway.
Absolutely.
Helping veterans that we see, distraught in the lobby.
Correct.
If you see somebody that's troubled, I think, what kind of advice would you give an employee that comes across a veteran that is upset or is dealing with some problem, aside from just simply taking them down to, patient advocates? Like maybe you can be the first step to kind of solve a problem.
Oh, that's a great question, Will. The first recommendation that I would give any employee here is to take a deep breath and ask your question to yourself, what can I do and how can I help? And the first thing that you do, hi, my name is, I see that you're upset. What can I do to help you? And at that point, it gives you, as the person asking that veteran or that caregiver or that client, the opportunity to listen.
Mhm.
And in listening, you obtain information, and then you take that information and you provide that information to the staff member who can help, so that that patient, that veteran, is not having to repeat their story several
Mhm.
times. Give your coworker a little rundown. I ran into Will. He seemed upset. I asked how I could help. This is what Will told me. How can you help Will? At that point, we as social workers will say, we can help Will in the following way. And that's how it takes off. But
Awesome.
have confidence that your interaction is just the support that is necessary, because that may
Mhm.
be all that client needs.
Mhm. Yeah, no, for sure. Um, we could probably go, 5-10 minutes just on the different, detailing the different programs. But can you tell me a little bit about the programs that you think are most relevant? I mean, that might be a hard question for you,
That is a hard question. They're all relevant.
I'd say most relevant for staff members, like somebody that
Sure.
is going to have frequent interactions with,
Sure, absolutely. So some of the major programs that we've got going on right now underneath social work service, you've always got the Healthcare for Homeless program. That seems to be a very hot topic, which is a homeless veteran walks in, and they need assistance with housing and shelter. You've also got the Caregiver Support Program. All of you know that we had a huge expansion back in October of 2020 with the Caregiver Support Program. And then we also have our Patient Aligned Care Team, which is the PAC team. This is new to our facility because we just recently integrated social workers. And when I say recently, here in our facility, less than 5 years is new. So we just integrated where we have social workers in every CBOC and the main facility to assist with our patient aligned care teams. So those are the three major programs. But we also have some smaller one-man programs. TBI, traumatic brain injury and spinal cord injury, where we work with other major facilities to help those veterans, as well as our recently changed, which was TCM. It is now the A, active duty to veteran status, our old TCM program. Ms. Murphy has come on board for that program. And we have our intimate partner violence program, where Ms. Vasquez helps not only our veterans, but also our employees. I'm sure I left someone out, but those are our major programs that I can hit just real quick to let you know that those are the things that we help our veteran population with the most.
So, I mean, really, to me, what that tells me is that there are so many avenues for finding help for veterans. It's not just simply getting your health care. It's and I think that going back to we did a show not too long ago about whole health.
Correct.
I feel like this it all encompasses trying to make your veteran's life as balanced and good as possible. And I think if we don't put an effort into doing that, then we're leaving something off the table. And so
Absolutely. The best thing to know is there is a social worker for every veteran population that we serve. So in a nutshell, if you need help and support and service that you are unfamiliar with, there's a social worker there for every veteran population.
So if I am a staff member and I'm not really sure, what to do, if I've got questions about different social programs, who would be the best person to talk to?
Any social worker that you see. No, the best person to talk to, social work service has an extension, and that's 7492. That will get you in touch with our administrative officer. And she can get in touch with me, or she can get in touch with whichever social worker that you have a specific question for. You don't necessarily have to know our names to know what we can do, but we can provide you or direct you in the right location. So social work service is pretty general, but we do have extensions and supports, and just send a message to me, or send a message to any of the social workers that you know within your clinic or main facility.
Well, before we close, is there anything about your program, the people that you work with, that you kind of want to highlight that would be, beneficial to the staff?
I just want to give great praise to the amazing staff that I have. We have recently increased our staffing. Social work service, before I took the chief position, was sitting at about 19 to 20 staff. We're now at close to 44 positions. And so we really find that we have great value in what we do, and I couldn't do my job without the staff that I have that support me and the great leadership that we have here at the facility. And I can't single out one person. All I can say is they're all rock stars.
Oh, awesome. That's good. Good to work with good people.
It
you know?
is.
No.
It is wonderful.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, thank you so much, Nikki, for joining us.
Thanks, Will.
This has been Vital Signs Podcast. We'll be back with you here in about 2 weeks. If you ever feel like there's a topic that you want us to cover, there's so many aspects here at this hospital that it's, for me as somebody who gets to kind of go to different places and see what everybody does. That's what I like about this job, and really, we're here to tell your story. We're here to get your information out there. So if you feel like there's something that you want us to do a podcast on, feel free to reach out to us. We're more than welcome. We're always looking for good ideas. So we'll take it in easily. So thanks again. This has been Vital Signs Podcast.